we had always planned.
Well, we actually planned to record on Saturday night after the race, but we had a cocktail, and then we had 2 cocktails, and then we decided it would be a better idea to go have fun instead of record and do work. So
yeah,
here we
plenty of water drank last night. We feel good.
Yeah, and we were there's quite a bit of snow and ice on the ground, and our a guy I know, he lives just in the neighborhood, a couple streets over, and of course we're like, yeah, we don't want to walk, so me and Brandon decided it was a good idea to take the e-bikes over there, and yeah, we ripped there, make it there okay, and then on the way home we probably had 3-4 beers there, and then it's like 2 a.m., hop back on the e-bikes. Brandon's just trying to go as fast as he possibly can.
Full boost
mode. Comes right around the corner. Not to mention it's on my girlfriend's bike too. Comes around the corner on the street, just completely 1 foot out, slides, hits rear brake, fucking eats shit. Smokes his shoulder.
I slid pretty good.
Fuck, it was funny.
Yeah, we're living up to the twisted name.
Yeah,
is what we were last night.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, picked up bars were completely crooked to the front wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Kennedy.
Yeah, she actually listens to this, so she's not going to be happy. But I think your bike's good, so don't worry, Kennedy.
Don't tell her. Let her find out through the pod. You'll get a text later.
Yeah. I didn't do this last episode, so I better get it out of the way now.
All right, let's do it.
And I think, honestly, I think it helps. Because if you don't say it, I think there's some sort of statistic behind it. It actually like significantly increases your chance of actually having people subscribe and stuff. So
oh dude, don't even make reasons for it, just do it.
Yeah. Like, share, follow, subscribe, send us money, anything. Just yeah, if you could at least just subscribe and follow if you like listening to this, and we're gonna come back every week to check in on us. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Speaking of sending us money, Recycle Motorcycles here out of Stony Plain sent us a free hat. That's our first start.
Cool. Yeah. I didn't get a hat. No shout outs until we get stuff.
Okay, clip it. Russ is good shit. Yeah, he wants to get in early. He believes in us.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Russ. Okay, I guess we could get into a couple other things before we dive right into the recaps for the main events. But yeah, I wanted to make a fake segment, something that I can clip and then put out on social media, and then come back to it at the end of the clip. So make it like a minute long. Yeah, and then talk about how it was a fake segment, just to see if people can get more butthurt about this.
Well, you know, like most people don't go to the very end either. Like they'll hear what they want to hear just enough to start typing.
Oh, yeah. So can you think of a ridiculous take you can have right now to piss people off?
Justin Hill wins the championship.
Okay, we got to be somewhat realistic. I mean, I believe that. I believe that in my heart of hearts, deep down, but I don't think other people will.
Yeah. Well, we'll come up with something.
Could we do like Jett Lawrence is going to go undefeated from here on out?
He's going to blow McGrath's record.
Yeah.
Actually, he's never losing a race ever again. Like after this weekend and the bike getting dialed in and stuff. Yeah.
And Tomac's bike looks terrible again. Like, I don't know. They're going to have to go back to the drawing board on that.
Yeah.
Maybe Kenny could sneak in there and get a win. Maybe. But like, other than that, I don't see anybody else contesting Jett at all. I think he's got this thing locked up.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Nothing more we can say.
Okay, we'll clip that. So that just goes to show you got to listen to the whole fucking pod, okay? You got to tune in.
I seen a pretty cool thing. Troy Lee was going around the race at Anaheim too, and was trying to collect riders' helmets to do a fundraiser for the LA fires.
That's right. So, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, that'll be pretty sick. Like, I might keep an eye on that. It'd be pretty cool to maybe get a helmet.
Get something for the stew and support at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. It depends how much money they go for. Like, our budget is not supreme, but
I was gonna say, what are we talking? I bet those helmets got to be going north of $1,000.
Oh fuck! I mean, you get a top name guys like Monster Helmet or
Like
something.
Justin Hill.
Yeah.
I want a Justin Hill helmet.
Couple Gurr for sure.
Hey, that'd actually be a good helmet to get though, because he's still full on monster, that team. So they would actually have some pretty sick lids.
Yeah, other than it's a Liet dome.
Yeah, I guess.
But anyways,
if you were to, that's actually not a bad question. If you were to have one piece of memorabilia from a rider, what would it be?
you know what? I was at Redbud in 2018, and there was a guy walking around with the white and pink zebra Stu jersey, 259.
Yeah.
And it was signed, and I tried to buy it off his back. I was going to give him like $1,400 cash I had in my pocket, and he would not sell it to me.
He wasn't budging.
No.
Well, like,
So
why the fuck are you wearing that around the races, though? Like,
oh, and especially that race.
Redbud, everyone's cans are flying all over the place and shit.
Oh, that place was a mud hole, too. I don't know how he kept it so white.
Holy fuck.
That was the one that got away.
Yeah. That'd be a sick piece to have.
Yeah, something like that, or like I think I like some more old nostalgic ones, like a McGrath jersey would be pretty sick.
Yeah. But one other thing I guess we can talk about before we dive into the results. How did you like the track this weekend?
I thought the track was pretty sweet. It was busy.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot going on. Thought it was a little one-lined, like, like the sand corner really didn't set up for good passing. Like the outside was way out. Most guys that were trying to do that outside weren't making up any time or taking any opportunities there.
Yeah, like I seen Jett like try the outside a couple times, trying to get around. Who was he trying to get around for a while?
Anderson,
yeah, and he was trying the outside in the sand, and yeah, there was not really a place on the track where you could make up a ton of time, and we seen Tomac use the outside in the sand last round quite a bit.
Yeah,
and it kind of paid dividends, but yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't a fast line.
No,
it was pretty even. So
no, but I like the technicality of the track. Like having a lot of whoops again was nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I just think just a little, like even that 90 before the finish line corner. Mm-hmm. Like I seen Jett was trying to go outside there, and it was a different line going through it, but it didn't gain or lose any time. Like it was pretty tough to pass on that track.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that the conditions were a little bit suboptimal too. I think if it was dry, it would have been a little bit better. Mm-hmm. They could have switched it up. Like I think Webb also would have done a little bit better if it was dry, because he was still trying to cut down. But with just how much wheel spin he was getting after cutting down and trying to get on the throttle hard, it did not work for him.
Yeah. That rain made it look so slippery.
Yeah,
that was glare ice. That shit.
Yeah, but I don't know. They tried the rolled whoops versus the regular, and I don't think, from what I heard, it didn't really make much of a difference. The riders in the press conference after the race, like the 450 guys, were saying the rolled were better though. They liked them, so it'll be interesting to see if they go back to that in the next couple rounds here. But
yeah, there wasn't a real defining of like we preferred this over that, like, which was kind of shocking to me. I thought there was going to be like some more talk about it where it's like, hey, like, can we keep these or get rid of them kind of thing. Yeah, but he had a really good opinion.
It seemed once they break down, they kind of break down, right? Like there isn't much integrity for either of the whoops. Once they start getting chewed out, it's kind of all the same. So
yeah, I love how people were calling them steam rolled whoops. I'm like, when's the last time you've seen a piece like a steam machine anywhere?
Yeah. Well, they had I remember seeing Cerullo posted on his Instagram, and dude, holy shit, all the steamroller know-it-alls were in his comments just ripping him apart.
Oh really? I didn't see this.
Yeah, and then in qualifying, he had to actually, who else was he with? Brayton was talking about he dropped steamrolled, and Cian Cirulo was like, whoa, man. He's like, you can't say that. He's like, I've already went through this, dude. Like, don't say steamroller. You're going to get ripped apart. So.
Oh, so I'm one of those guys.
Yeah. So
Sweet.
he had to correct them, and they got it right for the rest of the night. But, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's get into some racing here because we're going to drag this one.
Yeah. Okay. 250 main event results. Haiden Deegan.
The guy that we've been talking about should have been winning this thing the whole time. Finally gets her done.
He gets her done in a pretty spectacular fashion, I would say.
Honestly, entirely uncontested. Like, I thought when we got that start and they battled right at the first corner, I'm like, Beaumare and Deegan. I'm like, fuck yeah, we're going to have a good race. Like, this is going to be awesome to watch. Couldn't have turned out more boring.
Yeah, no, for sure. And after qualifying, too, like, because Deegan qualified third, and Beaumare, like, had, like, almost half a second on him in qualifying. So I was expecting his speed to, I was expecting Beaumare to put on a charge and at least get close to him. And, yeah, I mean, Deegan kind of had the perfect, other than qualifying, kind of had the perfect day. I think he set out to do exactly what he did. Mm-hmm. Like, heat race, goes out, wins, puts him down in the corner, shows him a wheel, and then... Yeah, just great start. They were together in the first corner and the second corner, and then after that, just gone.
Yeah.
So, did everything he really needed to do this weekend to kind of prove that, he was the guy.
Yeah. The knack on the heat race was sick. I like that.
Yeah, a little bit of style after.
I was doing some Deegan Googling this morning, and you'll love this. 2 days ago, some kind of sports website posted up his latest contract.
Oh, really?
Deegan signs contract. It doesn't say who with, what it's for, just says signs contract. Guess the dollar figure they threw out.
I don't know. It's either ridiculously high or low.
$987.9 million contract. It was the most bold headline they could have put together too. So I read it. And it literally said nothing. It's just like Deegan's fame and following earns him a sports-altering contract.
$987 million?
I fucking love some of these pages, dude.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I know he was mentioning like a little bit of shit the past 2 rounds about some arm pump they were figuring out. And then I think in the press conference he was saying like, we had to work on the bike, so I don't know if the bike was causing arm pump. But once he got around Julian in that heat race, he did have some sketchy moments, and I thought maybe that arm pump thing was coming back in, but it did not show in the main event. So I think Julian, I think Julian is gonna keep a pretty level head about the whole thing. But now I'd start to be a little worried here. Like, fuck, like he's gonna get rolling on me here.
Yeah, that's what he needed. He wanted to go out there, not only prove to others that he, is still going to win and is still the favorite, but he might have even had some doubt creeping into his mind. Everyone talking about Deegan's going to run away with this 250 West and he's going to be the man on top, beating everybody by 10 seconds, before this season started. And then Beaumare kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, you'd kind of put Jordan in front of him before and put Shimoda in front of him before and stuff, but no, dude, it's pretty cut and dry now that those two are the guys that are going to be battling for the wins. So,
is it a hot take to say that, like, I'm still not as in awe with Deegan as I was when Jett was in the 250s? Like, when I seen Jett's 250 career, you're just like, that guy was incredible. Like, he pretty much waxed the floor. Where, like, Deegan hasn't really done that for me yet. Like, he's faster, but he's not, like...
I would say
much faster.
Yeah, I would say Supercross, he's definitely not as skilled, or like you're not in as much awe as you are watching him outdoors.
Yeah.
Like, I think Motocross is definitely more of his strong suit compared to Supercross for sure.
Yeah. Well, and like we're only 3 rounds in, so like I don't want to put a bunch of weight on that, but like it might change. Like maybe we get later in the season and he starts really impressing us, but I don't have like he's supposed to be the next big thing to go after Jett, and I just don't see that level of talent that Jett had.
Yeah. No, I could agree with that, but I guess, what is this, his third year in the class now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, this would be the year for him to kind of really step it up. And yeah, we got still lots of rounds to go. So,
yeah,
we'll see what he's able to do here. But, yeah, I would definitely agree with that take. Jett was definitely you're more not surprised, but impressed, I guess, with Jett's rides than you would be with Deegan's rides so far. But
for sure, yeah. But he's on the same like career path as Jett has been so far. Like he won his first championship with 250 outdoors was the same as Jett, and then like if he wins a Supercross championship, and Jett did it the same way, right? So pretty similar looking career paths, like regardless.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, let's talk about Beaumare in second. Heat race, got second, got fifth, was in second when Deegan got by him, and then he put him down. So he didn't really look like he was in that big of a rush to get up either after he got put down.
No. Like, I think he kind of put himself down too, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think like Deegan was up in there, but like Beaumare knew he was there and checked up for a second, and then I think he completely lost balance.
Yeah, if he would have kept his speeder on the outside and went a little higher, he probably would have stayed up.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it wasn't basically the moral of the story is I don't think it was a Deegan takedown. He kind of took himself down there.
Yeah, for sure.
But
yeah.
No, just I expected a little more spice out of him. Like he had a good opportunity to run with Deegan right there, and didn't capitalize on it at all.
Yeah. But I don't think he's got such a chill demeanor, man. Like I don't see it really. It might be getting to him. Like today, he might be thinking about it a lot, but I don't think he really cares that much, to be honest. Like he knows this is his second year, and he's still building. So
I think he's got good mentors on his side that are telling him the long-term goal of the game. Like listen to an interview of him, like basically he's saying that stay calm in any moment, stay calm, don't stress, don't worry about it, like just stay consistent, stay upright, like basically lose a little, don't lose a ton, right?
Yeah.
So I completely
sorry,
agree
who's
with
this
you.
guy in his corner? Does he got Mishaps?
Yeah, Mishaps.
Yeah, but he was kind of a hothead though when he was racing.
Yeah, well, I think Mishaps learned a lot from his career.
I guess, yeah. So maybe he's the right guy.
Yeah, I think he's got some good insight of what not to do now.
Yeah, for sure. Let's Cole Davies rounding out the podium in third.
That's so cool, hey?
Yeah, wicked. He had a great day. I was pretty stoked to see him podium. I figured it was coming. I was a little bit surprised that it came this fast, I guess.
Oh, I am too. I think in our first pod, we're like, man, if you get like a top 5 and then like snuck a podium, like that'd be pretty awesome. And here he is already snuck a third.
Yeah, I mean, I see him third, fourth for the rest of the year.
Well, with the injuries we're getting now, for sure.
Yeah, like him and Jordan Smith could interchange. I think Smith has a little more speed than him and also experience. So he has the edge there. But, that was all it took. Jordan Smith makes a little mistake, and he's locked in at third.
Yeah.
So
and his results for the first 3 rounds goes 8-4-3. So, only progressing better. Like, awesome ride. He seems like a pretty funny kid, too. Like, yeah. Yeah.
He definitely needs a little more media training, I think. His post-race press conference was pretty dry, and he's also wearing this fucking dirty-ass Birkenstock slides that are sticking out from the side of the table. It just looked ridiculous, but...
Yeah, these dudes are so young, though. Like, man, they're just getting tossed in. Like, well, he just got tossed into this, 3 weeks ago, right? So...
Yeah. My sister was watching it with us last night, and she watched the press conference with us after, and she was like, oh my God, these kids are so cute. When they're talking and stuff, like they don't even know what they're doing. I'm like, yeah. Well, they're 17.
Yeah.
Deegan's the oldest. And I think they said even too, this is the first 250 podium they've had where they're all in their, like they're all teenagers or whatever. Like no one's above 20.
First one since 2011.
Since 2011, okay.
Yeah. And I don't know who that podium was. I think it was one of the I think it was a lot of the PC riders back in 2011 when that was going on, but I'd have to look back at that one.
Yeah, so pretty cool stat. Yeah, good to see the young guys getting out there and getting some experience on the podium. So
yeah, he's impressing me, dude. Like, I did not, like, at the beginning of the season, really did not see him doing that good. So good on him, man. That's cool.
Yeah, so he's definitely got a few more podiums, I think, this series.
Kind of like going into Jordan Smith there, like, we kind of have to throw a little asterisk on it, because, like, I think Smith would have had him had he had stayed upright. He was dive bombing him through the sand corner.
Oh, yeah. No, he was trying everything. He wanted that podium so bad, and
yeah, Smith was for sure quicker than him. For sure.
God, does that Triumph look good though? Like, I mean, not looks wise, his shit looks terrible, but that bike is pretty damn dialed in. Like, I know we talked about it last podcast, but man, the guy is just getting starts and looks like a star bike almost. Like, he's fucking flying on that thing.
Hold on, I got to back this up because I might have said this wrong. Remember, it was Smith actually was trying to pass Beaumer for second and then went down.
Oh, and then went down.
Davies, yeah. That's what happened there.
That's right.
So, because Davies was actually quite a ways back. Like, I think he was almost double-digit seconds back from, like, Beaumer and Smith, right? So, but yeah, I agree with you. Those Triumph bikes, those things seem like they're working, dude. But fuck me, dude. We gotta hire somebody for the gear, and like, this is gonna become the twisted bag on Triumph gear. but
it's well deserved. It looks terrible,
so bad.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
And the bright neon helmet they were running too. Jordan was running this weekend.
Yeah,
they clearly didn't listen to episode 3.
I'm gonna send
that changed.
I'm gonna send their marketing team an email about this. I'll get him right on top of this. But no, he was packing some speed. Like, yeah, had he not gone down that corner, I think that second place he had a good shot at it. Like, his speed through the whoops there when he was trying to get Beaumer to that inside, fuck, he was moving.
And you know what? I bet you if it didn't start raining, he probably would have had him.
Yeah. Well, that might have been a different story too, because I think Beaumer was a little more timid with the rain. So
okay, yeah. No, that's a good point.
There was a few laps there where Beaumer was getting pretty squirrely. So yeah, the rain definitely made it pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 5th place. Let's talk about this guy because he had quite the day. Cody Shock.
Do you like this guy?
Cody Shock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. Like, last pod we were talking about him, and like, I loved it when he was riding that Honda in the 450 class and doing well in the outdoors.
Yeah, the summer of shock, everyone was calling it.
Yeah.
I think this dude is such a beauty. Like, his interview after that heat race win, he is chill as fuck.
Yeah, he was pretty stoked too. It was good to see, and I don't know. It's always sweet to see a privateer get up and, get a heat race win, and I think obviously the team loves it. They're getting a lot of TV time. The sponsors, the teams can go back to their sponsors and be like, hey, our guy won a heat race. Like, he won a race during the night. So yeah, it was pretty good. 6 qualifying too. Like, had some decent speed throughout the day. So yeah, with the field being depleted and Shimoda being injured, yeah, it's probably where he's gonna, like, I expect to get a couple more top 5s for sure. Yeah,
it's cool to see, like, when he was in the heat race battling with Cole Davies. Like, he's not an elite talent, Cody is, but, like, his race, like, you can see the experience difference. Like, he's 27. Like, he's got a 10-year gap on Cole Davies, and you can see the racecraft experience difference. Like, as soon as Davies was on him, like, Cody knew exactly where he was going to go, like, defended his line and everything. Like, you could tell his racecraft awareness was much higher than Cole Davies. And that's kind of what held him off to that heat win. So,
yeah, for sure.
It's kind of cool to see the difference there.
Just how much the experience really helps.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can have all the speed. You can have all the speed in the world, but if you're a rookie, you're kind of bound to make mistakes, and you know, if you've been doing it for a while, you know what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, exactly. But like that's only going to help Davies down the road. Like he's going to pick up on stuff like that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah, good ride for Shock. Joe Shimoda in 6. Yeah, there really isn't much to touch on Joe other than like, fuck, it sucks for him. Like, do you think it's really worth him racing? I've listened to a lot of media podcasts and clips and stuff saying, like, what's Honda really doing? You know?
I don't know. I don't know. He's not really that far off in positions anyways. Like, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Like, he's clearly not going to win the title. That's what Honda's out there to do. They're there to win races and win titles. Mm-hmm. He's not really, I would say, gaining any experience by racing injured. Mm-hmm. And if anything, he's just doing more harm to his injury, you know? Like, it's going to take double the amount of time for him to recover now. And he could, you know, have lasting effects from this injury now because he's trying to race through it.
Yeah, but it's just fingers, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's the outside ones, too. Like, they really don't help you do much on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I kind of give him props for just toughing it out and just doing it, but I don't have a really good take on that. Like, if you're good enough to race, then you should race. That's my opinion.
I guess. Yeah.
Like, guys who sit out over the stupidest things, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hard answer for me on that one. I kind of liked his fan signing though, when he had that sign that said, "If you don't ask me, here's the answers. Yes, I broke my fingers. Yes, it hurts. Yes, I'm racing."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at least he's lighthearted about it and stuff and putting out a good effort. But yeah, I think to me, if I was like Honda team manager, I see more cons than I do pros in this situation. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know.
I know in the qualifying, like Reed on the broadcast was kind of mentioning, like, because he did a fast lap and then he was riding around a bunch, and Reed's like, he's just wasting time and putting more damage into that hand. Like, he should just ran his fast lap and then, you know, went back to the truck and started icing that thing. But I don't know, dude. Like, you never know how bad it really is, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like, could they get a fill-in ride and let Joe recover and have a like an up and coming guy and test him out? And because who do they have coming through the ranks, Honda, in the next couple of years? Nobody. Like, maybe it wouldn't hurt to take a long shot on a guy and get him on a factory bike and see what he can do.
They're never going to do that.
Yeah, I guess
Honda's never filled in a 250 ride.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen. And honest, like, you got to remember too, like, they did there's a lot of time and money invested in Joe. Like, set up a bike, prep him for a season and stuff. Like I said, like, if he's still good enough to race and ride, like,
get out there and do it.
They only have a few more rounds to get through before it goes to the East Coast swing anyways.
Yeah.
So just stack whatever you can for points, and then he'll have quite a bit of time to let the fingers heal anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
So
next on the list, Moseman, second in the heat and fifth in qualifying. Like, had a good day. He's kind of been doing that. Like, last round, same thing. Qualified good, did decent in the heat, but man, just waiting for a result.
I think he's got to get himself like some cleaner first laps. Like, he was down on the first corner before the triple off the start, and like, I'll give him credit. Like, works his way up to 7th, but yeah, like, just got to stay out of the shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not doing himself any favors come main event time, but
no. But
yeah,
like, he's another guy that, like, at some point here, he should be scratching that top 5, I think.
I think he should be getting a podium this year, personally, at some point. But, like, yeah, he's just, like, he's got the speed to do it. Second in the heat. And then I think last weekend he qualified top 5 or top 3 or something like that. Like, dude's got some speed and can put down some heaters. He's just bad start in the main and, yeah, just dumb mistakes. So he'll be better in the coming weeks. But
yeah, I just want to see what he does if he could get a better start, get up front with the guys, and then, you know, run a little pace with them, right?
Yeah. So yeah, not much.
Can't bag on him too hard this week.
Yeah, last two 250 guys I would like to touch on. Drew Adams, first race coming in as a rookie. Pretty decent showing. kind of where I expect him to be, in 8th.
His lap times died off like the last third of the race.
Just got tired.
He dropped like in the beginning about 102s, 101s, and then we're staring at 106, 107, 108s.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, to get called up on Thursday, I mean, I don't know how much prep he's got behind himself, but like I said in the beginning, I think he'll be pretty reliable and consistent of a guy to have on the track. Like, I don't think he's going to go out there and blow himself up.
Dude, I bet you Mitch sat him down and was like, dude, do not fucking crash. I swear to God. You are our last hope.
He's got the red hair, like Carmichael Villapoto vibes. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Get that ginger on the track.
Yeah, but I think I kind of expect him to build similar to like a Cole Davies, just get some experience and stuff, and like he'll start getting up there more as long as they give him like, I don't know if he's going to do the entire West Coast swing at this point now or just fill in till one of the guys come back, but I think 8th is about as worse as it can get if he stays consistent.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, decent showing. He'll be a growing year for him. Just get some experience, and I'm sure he'll be a top 5 guy next year, no problem.
Who do you got for another 250 guy you want to mention?
Last guy, Enzo Lopes.
Yeah. Speed was there.
Yeah, he looked pretty decent on that Bar X Yamaha.
Yeah, I agree.
3rd in his heat and 9th in qualifying. So put together a decent day for his first round coming back. But yeah, main event, just poopy pants. Shitty start.
Yeah. I think he was tied up in that Moseman deal on that corner before the triple.
But yeah, like, I'm surprised he didn't do better than he gained a couple positions, but 17th, like, I expect him to, even with going down in the first corner, I expect him to get by a couple more people, but maybe that slick track, he just, whatever, first round, let's just log some laps. I don't want to kill myself on this slick shit. But yeah, I expect him to at least be top 10 next round. So we'll keep our eye on Enzo Lopes and see what he can do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the speed's there, but it'll be cool to see, how much race endurance he ends up having.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to mention Parker Ross. I actually watched him quite a bit at some of the amateur events when Ryder McNabb was down, like Freestone was one, for example, I watched, and Loretta's. And yeah, he was a good amateur, dude, like really good speed. And to run 3rd there for a little bit in the main was pretty cool. So
yeah, he actually looked pretty decent. Like, towards the end of the race, obviously, I don't know if he finished 12th? Yeah, did he go down or anything? Can you see on lap times or?
No, just faded back.
But
yeah,
he looked decent up there. Like, he's putting up a fight, so
I think
on him.
I think it was cool. Like, that's a really good experience for him to kind of see what it's like up front there, and yeah, just keep building your career.
Yeah, Honda, sign him. Get him on the Joe program.
Oh man, yeah, you're big on that, eh?
Okay, well, that's it for the 250s. Let's move on. 450 recap. Jett Lawrence.
One thing on the 250s before we leave. Remember we watched Billy Leninovich
Yeah.
fly through the whoops and then
cry?
Yeah. He's riding with some bruised ribs.
Oh, okay. So that's why he wasn't actually crying. He was actually just hurt.
Yeah, he was actually like hurting.
Oh, okay.
So I know like people say like he's riding with broken ribs, but like I don't know if you've ever broken ribs, but if you had a broken rib, you're not riding, dude.
Oh, it hurts.
Yeah, it's brutal. If anything, you're like it's either bruised or like the cartilage is it fractured? Is that what we say? But anyways, it's damage to the cartilage. But either way, it sucks. It's not that fun. So
yeah,
that's kind of what he's riding with.
Sorry, was that in the main when he went down, or was that heat?
That was in the heat.
That was in the heat. Okay.
Yeah. No, he didn't make the main. Yeah. Actually, he hasn't made a main yet this year, which I'm rooting for him to get into one. That guy is cool as shit.
Yeah, need the old guy in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's dive into 450 recap. Jett Lawrence taking the dub. As you already know, we said in the pod, he's going 70 whatever races.
This is the part of the pod that we're actually legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I had him in fantasy to win. I kind of figured he was going to start making strides, and sure enough, a little bit of luck on his side with I think Eli not getting the best start, and I think the slick track might have helped him once he was out front.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just dude was fast. Qualified first, and
he did that crazy line through the rhythm lane after the finish, went triple over table, and because Tomac had him for a little bit there, but it was only by a matter of a couple tenths of a second. Mm-hmm. And then that last lap when he ran that line, it ended up being like 9/10, almost a second quicker, and I was like, oh shit, like that's a big gap on a Supercross track.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is what I expected, not really any surprises.
No, I seen some old Jett, like last year Jett, finally come out. Like when he was behind Anderson all the time, he was just being smart, setting it up, seeing where he could run a wheel, get a drive on him. And as soon as he did, he dropped him to 4 seconds in 2 laps?
Yeah. As soon as he got by him, I thought Ando was going to put up a little more of a fight, and he was gone instantly.
Unloaded the speed.
He had it in him. He just he was taking his time getting around him. Pretty smart race by him. I don't know. He's gonna be a tough guy to beat from now on.
I know we were mentioning like his attitude at the beginning of the season, and you even noticed it at the end of the race. Like he won the race, but it wasn't like a fuck yeah I won. It was like, remember he made a comment about the bike right away before they clipped to it's not commercial, but like a break in the broadcast.
Yeah.
I think we got to kind of realize too, like that's kind of like mind of a championship. Like Michael Jordan was like an ass. Everyone says he was an asshole, but he wanted to win so bad and would do anything to do it. And I think like Jett's kind of got that too, where like he's so focused on winning, kind of goes along with the attitude where like he pulled off and he doesn't look excited. I'm sure like that's the goal, is to win, but it's more like okay, what was wrong? What can we do better? Still is like always the mentality, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like he's still not completely satisfied.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, like when the championship is his, then we'll probably see that stoke. Mm-hmm. But I think like that's just that the way a championship mentality works is just how can we be better? Like, okay, we got first, but this wasn't right. This wasn't right. I should have got around Anderson quicker. So
dude, even I remember his interviews after going like undefeated in motocross 2 years ago. Same thing. Wasn't really that stoked on the podium, giving his speeches and stuff. Like it was kind of like, awesome to get the win this weekend, blah blah blah. Like he doesn't, like wins are nice or whatever, but at the end of the day, dude wants to win championships. He doesn't really care.
Yeah.
So
no. I just wanted to cut him or just kind of go a little insight on the attitude, because I think that's just all part of being at that level.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously the Myrtle thing doesn't look like it affected him too bad this week.
Yeah. Let's talk about our red plate holder. Dude. After 3 rounds, Kenny friggin' Roczen, dude.
The bike you still got to kickstart is in the lead.
Does Suzuki in Japan even realize what the fuck is going on right now?
They're asleep at the wheel, dude. I don't know if they even know what they're doing.
Man, like seriously, so awesome to see Ken Roczen be in the points lead right now. Like I know he's only up by 3 on 2 guys or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 2 even. I can't even remember. But man, pretty cool.
Sadly, he won't hold it. Like that's the reality of it. It's gonna go to somebody else within a round or 2, I think.
Yeah.
But still so cool, man. Shit, he's been racing Supercross since 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
To still be able to be leading the series at some point, that's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. And he didn't qualify. Like I know he's not a qualifier, but man, you can't not bet on Kenny to do decent. Like
Oh, he hasn't qualified well all year, but just gets a start, stays out of the shit, and just puts himself in a good spot to get a good result.
Yeah, and I think he's so meticulous and so easy on his throttle. I think even the wet track might have helped him out too a little bit.
Yeah.
That's just, his style of riding is so smooth and non-aggressive that it shone through for him this round. So
That was a good track for him for sure. Like,
yeah.
he would have had an advantage on something like that.
Yeah, and he was fucking ripping through the whoops too.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was yeah, he's got that Suzuki just, built from the ground up by him. So pretty wicked to see him.
I like Abide Moto. Just put capital letters, rock motherfucking Zen for RMZ.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so no, that's cool, man. And like even cool for that HEP team. Like they're not a big organization, right? But to have a guy like that and lead in the points, like that's got to be cool as shit.
Yeah, Ducati's just licking their chops right now. They can't wait.
We'll give you an electric start.
Yeah. But I actually, I guess we could touch on that too. I was listening to, I can't remember what show it was, but they were saying there is rumblings, like we mentioned before, that Roczen could be going to Ducati. Same with Barsha. It sounds like Barsha is definitely he's kind of in the lead to probably take that spot if they only do one.
Mm-hmm.
But they are saying they've heard that they have offered something to Kenny, and even him being with Red Bull and Fox, Troy Lee would let him run his gear.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
that was even the deal with Sexton initially was supposed to go over there, and there was no problem with him running the A-Star shit.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
pretty cool. Personally, I would like to see Kenny and Troy Lee gear. I love Troy Lee's gear, and I think they'd be able to do some cool shit, but...
Oh, Fox is never going to let him go. And I don't think Kenny would ever leave Fox. Like that's their golden child.
He's been with them for so long, yeah.
Since the start. Yeah.
And same with Red Bull too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a couple years ago when he was leaving Honda and searching for a team, like that was a big deciding factor of, figuring out gear deals and the the helmet deal, right?
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with him next year. But yeah, man, Kenny, like it's so awesome to see. Yeah, like I don't even know if the first year Ducati would be a better bike than the Suzuki at this point.
it would be such a risk.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. That you'd have some development time under your belt for sure. Like they'll have issues,
Especially in Supercross.
Yeah. Like it'll be interesting to see, like Triumph's 250 has been successful right out of the gate, but the 450 is such a different animal. It'll be really interesting to see if Triumph nails their 452 or if they have, some teething issues.
Is Triumph going to be coming in next year? Supercross?
Yep. They were supposed to be here this year, but they were delayed on the bike.
Yeah. Yeah,
like Savachi was supposed to be their 450 guy this year.
Huh.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see who Triumph is able to get in the 450 class. I haven't really heard much on that, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there'll be actually next year there'll be a lot of team shifts. It'll be a wild off season.
Well, yeah, everyone's got contracts are up kind of this year. Everyone's on 1-year deals pretty much, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But
yeah,
let's,
place guy, Fried baby.
2018 or 2019 drop Team Fried merch. It's fucking tiny on me now. It's, to be honest, it's shit quality, and yeah, but Team
Jason,
Fried,
we know you're a big podcast guy. Set him up with a new shirt.
Yeah, send me some stuff.
Yeah.
But no, dude, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Lavando.
His San Diego kind of makes the start of the season not look great, but both his Anaheims have been podiums.
Yeah.
So, like, pretty good start to the season. Compared last year wasn't great.
Yeah, he's kind of looking like the 2 years previous Jason Anderson now. So,
like his first year on the Cowie, like
yeah,
he's back to that a little bit. Now, granted, like having Eli and Cooper fall back, and I kind of say the same thing for Roczen too. Like it kind of made their night easier for them, and starting in good positions, obviously. But you still gotta, at the end of the day, you still gotta put yourself in a position to get good results. So can't knock him either.
No. And I guess he was, last pod we said we didn't know what was going on with him, and you kind of speculated maybe he was dealing with an illness.
Yeah.
And sure enough, like a day later it comes out that he was fucking battling it. I think he was still battling it a little bit, but he's on the tail end of it.
Yeah.
So he's feeling better. But yeah, man, like if a healthy Jason Anderson's on the podium, yeah, like fuck man, he's ripping this year. And like honestly expecting, because it seems like every time Ando has like a wicked day, like gets his heat race win, I'm like, he's going to have the worst start in the main and fucking be 12th.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nice to see him kind of put it all together yesterday, qualifying and heat race, and then still, pull off a podium in the main. So,
he mentioned he still wants to race for at least 3 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like,
so
that's
he's 30,
savage, dude.
He's 30 or 31 right now.
So he's 31.
Yeah. When's his birthday, does it say?
February 17th, 1993.
So he's turning 32 this year, and he wants to race for 3 more years. That's savage. And
that's real.
because he's on contract year, so I see him signing probably another 1-year deal with Cowie. I think they'll keep him. But after that, maybe he gets like a Triumph ride for a 2 or 3 year deal.
I honestly see the Triumph ride route. Because Prado is kind of Cowie's investment now. And so they're going to predict how they work together before they invest back in Jason. But I would almost guess like Jason would move on to, I bet you Triumph has got some good money. They'd go after like a guy like Jason.
Yeah. Help develop the bike. He's on the tail end of his career. They're not going to be expecting, he's still putting up great results, but they're not going to be expecting him to win. And I think he's a decent tester too, from what I've heard. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I could definitely see that. But
yeah,
if that's not his mindset though, if he says, no, fuck that, I don't want to be the test development guy and go out there and get 9th and 10th every weekend. And he still thinks, he's got a opportunity to make more money getting bonuses from getting podiums and shit and top 5s. Mm-hmm. I would see him taking a 1-year Cowie deal over a 2-year Triumph deal.
I agree. He's the type of dude, like, I think he just loves racing so much. Like, he's just going to take whatever's like a comfortable opportunity. Like, almost like you're going for it's a few-year contract. It's guaranteed. It's comfortable. The bike's good. Like, team's good. Like, you have nothing to worry about till the end of your career, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Something easy to sign,
Yeah. But yeah, good ride on Jason. I was pretty stoked to see him up there. I'm a big fan. And man, his style's so sick.
Oh, dude. It's fucking so cool to watch on a bike.
Yeah.
I sent you that one DM on Instagram with him like completely back seat of the bike coming into the corner and like derail the sand corner. It just looks so cool. I don't even know how he steers the bike like that. Like, he's got no weight on the front end, but
it's all ass steering.
It fucking turns.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sickness, man, ripping through the pits. Like, Sexton was sick this week too, and I guess a bunch, like, it was ripping through the KTM staff. Like, I guess a lot of people got sick over there. So
yeah, pretty. I guess that kind of shows why Chase ended up 4th and not on the podium.
I still expected him to move up more than he did, but maybe his level was more flat than we think.
Yeah. Yeah, well, whatever's ripping through the pits obviously isn't good because it's affecting people, and not just a little bit, like quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Like Ando to do so poorly last weekend. I think Webb's got it right now too as well.
AP pulled out last weekend from it, and then his entire family is sick right now. They didn't even go to the race.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, hope it, at least nobody's getting injured. It's just an illness.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck, is it taking people out? COVID 35.
Oh man, don't even say that word again. I never want to hear that word.
We just got flagged on every single YouTube, Spotify, everything. They're gonna take it down.
If Sexton was as sick as, let's say, AP was, like, AP pulled out, I mean, like, getting a 4th and just powering through it, like, right on. Like, I really don't know any real good facts on him now, so I can't really say much. But yeah, I don't know. Good point still. Like, just get through another night.
Yeah, good ride for a sick boy.
Yeah,
he'll be happy with that if he was really sick. So
guy was ill.
Yeah, Chase 4th, Hunter 5th.
Do you even see him?
No, they didn't show him barely at all on the broadcast.
I didn't see him once.
Yeah, he was just kind of mid all day. I actually had him in 5th for fantasy though, so I was pretty stoked that he got a top 5. But Yeah, didn't show him at all. Third in the heat, just kind of a sneaky fifth. Almost like a Webb ride. So, but yeah, I don't know. I expect him to be there, so.
Yeah, no, that's a crazy. Good night for them. Like,
yeah.
Is that 2 fifths in a row now that he's got? Or he goes 6-5?
I think 6-5.
Yeah. No, it's way better than A1 showing. Like, that's where I see him, is right there.
Yeah, for sure.
So, no, but not much to say about him. Justin Cooper.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
He was... I didn't expect him to drop all the way down to 6th.
I have a lot to say.
Do you? Okay, well, then you can take off on this one because I only have kind of one note, and that was what I think really hurt him was him jumping through the whoops.
I like Justin Cooper a lot. I think...
Why, just because Blue Crew?
No, I talked about it before. I like how quiet he is. He's just not a social media guy, just puts in the work, shows up to the race, does his job, go home. You know, just there's not much to him. And he always kind of leaves you like wondering like, you know, what he's up to, like what he's doing. But like his heat race start was not good. And then coming through the pack and it was the same thing in the main. Like I'll give him credit. Like he actually held his own pretty good for a little bit in the main, but just has, I don't know if he lacks confidence in himself or like he has no aggression. Like that heat race, he was trying to turn under people, but giving them like 10 feet of room. And then having no drive through the corners. It's why he never moved up and had to go to the LCQ.
Yeah.
And same thing in the main. Like hold guys up. Fucking like
ride a wide bike.
You're an elite talent. Like he was being way too respectful. Is kind of my take. Like I don't know, get dirtier. And then even like you're saying, jumping through the whoops, like he's really smart, like really, really conservative, like doesn't run much of a ragged edge at all. You know, instead of blitzing the roofs, he's going to lose time to stay upright and safe. So like 6 is a really good result. It's a good ride, but you know, really when you look at Tomac Webb, like there's 2 guys right there that would have finished ahead of him anyway. So put him, you know, 8th.
Yeah.
Like, you know, to pull the whole shot and lead the main, like take more advantage of it. Make a push, make a case for the reason like you should be up there.
Yeah, and this is your second year in the class too or whatever. Show guys that you're ready. You know, you're ready to take the next step. And yeah, he just didn't really put up too much of a fight. So yeah, you're right. He's got to be a little bit more aggressive.
Now again, like here I am, a loser with a microphone saying like, you fucking suck, like try harder. But like, I don't know. I'm just comparing it to other people. Like even Anderson didn't have jet speed, but he fucking held him up for how many laps? Like,
yeah, couldn't get around him.
Yeah, like hold him up, like make him think, make him work around you. Like Cooper gives them lots of room. Like they can just ride right around him, like almost take their race line because he'll move over for you. It seems like so. I'd like he's no slouch. He's got the speed. Like I'd really like to see a little more aggression out of him, in my opinion.
Yeah, you know what? A great example too of like just proving your point is it wasn't like he was getting picked off by guys. It was like boom. Like I think within like 2-3 laps he was in 6th. You know what I mean? Like it was like, okay, boom, one guy gets around. Boom, he gets passed by 2 guys. Boom, he gets passed by another guy. Like, it all happened, like, instantaneously.
Yeah, he led till the 7th lap, 2nd, 8th lap, 3rd, and then straight to 5th.
Yeah.
And then looks like Hunter got him near the... Well, actually, no, he got him probably the last third of the race, so...
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I want to see a little more spice out of him.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I guess that's... pretty much it. We can move on to the next 2 Yamaha, the Blue Crew guys. Tomac, yeah, I thought he was going to be better. I mean, he came up to 7th on a slick track, so.
Did you see Kiefer's story of his start?
No.
Oh, I sent it to you in the DM. So, like, where he started in the heat races, where he started in the main, it was right of that tunnel, or that, I guess you call it the tunnel jump, like that table that split the start.
Yeah, which I thought was a great position because he ripped the start in the heat.
Which it was before the rain. So in the heat when the track was dry, it gave him all that room to the left to move. So he could control a lot of the track if he had a jump, which he did in the heat race. He nailed it perfectly. But if you look at that picture when the rain come down from everybody landing and driving off that table or that tunnel jump landing, it was so slick right there. As soon as he left the gate and hit that hard shit where he was, lit it up. Oh yeah. So his track from the gate just does a massive S to the left. Like he had no drive. After that gate wasn't good after the rainfall.
Yeah. So when did they pick gates? I'd like to know.
Right before their main event.
So it's kind of weird that somebody wouldn't have gave him a little more insight on it. On that, but I guess it's kind of hard to predict.
I'm just wondering if they didn't. Like the problem is maybe he realized on the parade lap, like, oh shit, the track is slippier than we thought. Mm-hmm. But I think, they would have walked up to the gate, looked at it and said, no, like this, we still got a good spot here because look at all this room to work.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like Jett was much more to the inside, and I think that was a smarter play on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had to, like, with how wet it got and how hard that dirt is, you just had to find some cushion somewhere to get some traction. Mm-hmm. Stay off the slick stuff. So, yeah, not a great start.
With the red kit, too, I was like, oh, yeah, he's got it going on this weekend. He's going to destroy everybody.
Was that your lit kit for the weekend?
I liked it.
I loved it. I think it looked really good. It's either that or, again, that One Industries kit Beaumer was wearing. That white stuff was sweet.
Yeah, I'm happy they changed it up, too.
Yeah.
They had to. They couldn't run it 3 times in a row, but yeah, the white shit was sick.
Yeah, I think right now, like, Alpine Stars and One Industries are doing a great job on the gear. Mm-hmm. And, like, you want to talk about it now or later?
Oh, I got a blind ranking for you, so.
Oh, okay. Because this is probably the worst round ever for gear. Everybody's gear sucked.
I would agree with that. Eli's was far and above the best.
Yeah.
Other than like in the 450 class, but yeah, I don't know. Not too many lit kits out there this weekend, but
no. But yeah, I mean, last is 7th. Damage control, man. Probably the best you're gonna get, really.
Yeah, with that slick of a track and literally being, I think, first at one point.
Yeah, he was last.
Yeah. So, I mean,
and there was he made up a lot of time. Like some of those gap numbers on the live broadcast were big that he was picking up on. So,
yeah, no, he was still ripping, but
yeah.
All right, moving on to the last Blue Crew guy, Cooper Webb. Yeah, I don't know. I think obviously he's sick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had him in the top 4, but yeah, if I would have known he was sick, I guess, with how ill it's making people, I wouldn't have probably put him there. Yeah, I don't know. 8th is definitely not good. It's not going to help his championship fight, but what do? I guess one worse than Eli is good enough if you're sick. So at least he's kind of staying with some of the championship guys and staying around there for points, but yeah, I don't know. Second in his heat. Didn't qualify great, but, it's Cooper Webb, so weren't expecting much.
No, I didn't. I honestly didn't just pay attention to him too much anyways. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just not a super night by the looks of the results, really.
Yeah, didn't have a great start either, too. So whatever. Nothing you can really do.
Yeah, actually, he started out first lap in 13th, so yeah. Without shitty the track was, the start was everything there. Everyone gapped out so big pretty quick. Mm-hmm. It would have been hard to catch up on time.
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody else you want to talk about, or is it kind of...
I feel like I didn't even see these guys. Malcolm, didn't really see him at all. Barsha, invisible. Didn't see him one bit all day.
No, I think we can pretty much just go straight to the bottom with AP. The French Connection takes him out.
Fuck. Yeah.
Actually, I think I shouldn't even give Ferrandis shit. I think AP got into him pretty gnarly, and they just tangled up.
Yeah, he rode him pretty high in that corner, and then.
Yeah, but that's 2 DNFs in a row for AP, so that's pretty rough start. That's not great.
You know what though? I don't think KTM pays AP to be. I mean, obviously, not finishing a race isn't great, but KTM doesn't pay AP to go out there and win races and expect him to be on the podium every weekend.
He was like his opening laps though were quick. Like we know how good he is in the mud. I was kind of bummed because I was thinking to myself like this could be a good result night for him.
Yeah.
And it was his birthday yesterday, so what a way to spend a birthday.
Yeah, fuck DNF, brutal.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, at least he shows up to the races and signs autographs and puts a smile on his face, and his the KTM truck has got 1 million fucking people in front of it.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a win for KTM. But yeah, not finishing fucking sucks.
Actually, what?
I'd like to know what happened with his was it this throttle that was completely fucked?
You know what? I didn't even see like if they broke the bike somehow in that whole thing, but that throttle side was tangled in the rear end. I could imagine that.
Yeah, it was like in between the swing arm and the tire at one point, and it was deep in there.
Yeah.
So
he got in deep into the French.
Oh yeah.
But actually digging back on a couple of these results, some privateer guys like. I didn't even realize Jerry Robin made the main, Cade Clayson in the main, Kevin Moran, second week in the row, main. Like, fuck, that's awesome. Good on them.
Oh, yeah. And then another thing, too. Mitchell Oldenburg was running up front in his heat, I think. Or was that that was the heat, I think.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, he was like third or something for quite a while.
Yep.
So, like, the Beta Boys actually had a decent showing this weekend, which was surprising.
They got some camera.
Yeah, they got some camera action, but the blue rims on the red bike, not a fan. That's a terrible looking bike. Like,
it's got to be one of the worst.
Yeah. Do you see Beta even staying in like having a factory effort for more than like 3 years?
I don't even know how much effort the factory level is.
Yeah. It's more of like a privateer team.
No, it's still factory, but I don't think they're putting massive R&D investment. Like as opposed to like a Honda's got staff doing one little piece of the bike here and another guy doing one little piece of the bike there. I think it's like they got their guys and they're just collectively building a bike, right? So
yeah.
No, I think they stick around. I just don't think they're as big as overhead as some of the other OEMs is what's going to keep them around.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Nickel's making a main, which is good. It's where he should be.
Yep.
I was looking at his 450 career the other day thinking like he had better results than he did, but like he was kind of this 10 to 14 spot anyway. So I don't know. For some reason, I always thought he'd be a little bit better, but I think I'm going to keep an eye on him. I kind of want to see like if he's going to improve from that spot. I can't believe I totally forgot about this. We're talking about Tomac. Have you noticed his social media lately?
No.
Okay, I looked at this last night. So last year alone, like the entire Supercross season, guess how many posts he made?
4.
Exactly 4, actually.
Nice.
Nailed it. This year already, he's made 1 for every round. So 3 posts in 3 rounds. So
it's not him doing it though.
I'm wondering if he's got somebody hired.
He definitely does. It's probably like a star person that's handling his.
Well, and the captions are like engaging too. Like normally he just posts like
P1 tonight, cool.
Sick weekend, and like it's just him roosting a berm, right? Where like now it's like an engaging, like talking about the night a little bit and stuff. So I'd be curious. I bet you it's somebody that's hired, but I wonder with it like probably being his last season, if there was a push to like, let's make the most out of this, get the most attention, most media, that kind of stuff, right? So
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I picked up on that last night, like seeing a post from last weekend he made, and I'm like, hey, like he's been posting quite a bit here. So
yeah, it could even be his wife back at home doing shit too. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know, but cool to see anyways. Little more Tomac fans.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I think just back to Beta for 1 second. I think Benny Bloss's best or Beta's best finish is actually at 10th. So being 2 behind, like not bad. There's a couple more injuries.
I thought they had a better result, but yeah, no, that would make sense to me.
Yeah, so like pretty decent weekend for Beta. I bet you they're probably pretty stoked on that.
I think if they get both bikes in the main is like the goal. Like
what they're shooting for.
Yeah, like are a great starting point. Like they weren't making the main events there, and that's not good for any level of a factory team.
Yeah.
So
Sweet. Okay. Well, I guess that's covers the racing for the weekend. A little bit of a boring race with the rain. I think didn't help, but I guess let's go over some predictions for Glendale. What are you thinking for the Triple Crown?
I am gonna go. Well, Tomac got his only win last year cleaning up a Triple Crown, and he's done it at Glendale before. I'm gonna go with him.
Tomac's went in 450. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, crazy that he went 1-1-1 last year in that Triple Crown.
I'm pretty sure he did it at Glendale a couple years back too. Went 1-1-1 at a Triple Crown. So yeah, I'm gonna run it with that one.
Yeah, no, that's probably a good bet. Round out the podium. Who do you got second and third?
Tomac, Jett,
Sexton.
Yeah,
pretty,
we're gonna be
pretty
saying
straightforward. Yeah,
we're gonna be saying those three. Yeah, round out the podium with that.
At this point, if you say anything different, you're just trying to fucking like get clicks, pretty much. I guess you could put Ando there, but like I feel like Ando's too much of an inconsistent starter. Same with Webb.
I'm actually gonna put Roczen. You know what? I'm gonna go Tomac, Jett, Roczen. And the only reason I say that is because Roczen has been the most consistent first lap position.
Yeah.
This year, I think his consistency will pay off at this Triple Crown.
And his speed too. His 1 lap, 2 lap speed or whatever is pretty insane. So
I might be completely wrong. We'll watch it and be like, well, he's nowhere near the podium, but
yeah, it's worth throwing it out there though.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. I'm gonna go. That's not bad, but yeah, I'm just gonna go the classic Tomac, Jett, Sexton. I don't see it really playing out any different way. Those guys seem to be the two guys that are, or the three guys that are, clearly ahead. And with Sexton, hopefully getting over this illness will help him out.
And then I'm gonna go 250 on a bold prediction. I think Jordan Smith.
I was gonna say that.
No way.
He's been with his starts and shit, and if he can just hold them off, with the.
I feel like he gets a win without winning one of the races. It's going to be a consistency thing that gets
like
him
a 2-2-2 or something.
Yeah, 100%.
No, I could definitely see that happening, and with his starts on that Triumph, I could see it happening.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put him to win. I could see it happening. I'm still going to go Deegan, but yeah, I would say I would go Deegan, Smith, Beaumare. That's my guesstimate. And Beaumare's, he would have done a Triple Crown last year, but it'd be interesting to actually look at his results from last year's Triple Crown. Let me try and see if I can find it. So Julien Beaumare went 6.87 last year.
Yeah, but we're talking about a different Beaumare this year. You can't even compare to last year. Yeah, I thought you were looking up Jordan Smith's result.
Yeah, Jordan Smith 3.24 last year. Okay, so this one is blind rankings, 450 A-star kits only.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
So let's start it off here. Let me share this.
There was 5 different kits?
Yeah. Okay, first one. Jett Lawrence, HRC Factory, Honda.
Oh, now I'm trying to remember all the A-star kits.
Don't. Just rank them.
Okay, 2. This kit was sick. I've always liked taking black gear and then having like your boots and the gloves as the accent.
Yep.
Whether it's red, blue, orange, whatever. I've always really liked that look, so I'm putting this 2. And like black and red, you're not going to beat that look. That
so
shit's
clean.
Awesome. Yeah. Number 2.
Okay, good spot. Next.
Eli Tomac's all red. Easy number 1.
Yeah, this is one of the better kits I've actually seen Eli run in maybe even a couple years. He always kind of does he kind of sticks to like his blue and green shit usually.
Yeah,
seems to be what he does. So it was kind of cool to see him change it up and like go full on into it. Mm-hmm. I was there. I was for it. I thought it was sick as fuck.
I really like when the OEMs like let the guys run some other shit other than like the OEM corporate color. Mm-hmm. It brings so much more flair to their look. So yeah, this all red kit, and it was such a flex with the red plate too. It's too bad it didn't pan out, but
yeah.
Yeah, number one, easy.
Is Kenny running full red kit Fox next weekend?
Fuck, I wonder. I wonder. All the kits, but that's the thing. Like all the kits are predetermined, like way in advance. Like the companies know what they're gonna wear, like ahead of time. So this almost was just a coincidence, or could have been a coincidence.
You think
like they
so?
can't? Oh yeah, they can't get that helmet painted and sent out. Within well, they could, but they're not. I don't think they're going to.
Maybe they're just they're hoping he was going to have the red plate at some point this year, so yeah, they had it made.
I should double check that with JC at Fox, but I'm pretty sure like they already have the whole season already game planned out for what kits the guys are going to wear.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Next guy. I thought this shit was fire. Not gonna lie.
The Jason Anderson's green and blue kit.
Yeah.
I think it's atrocious.
Oh, really?
Green and blue is just, I hate that combination.
I don't like the fluorescent green. I like this more cowy green though. I thought it matched well, but
for some reason, I think if they didn't have the blue in it, it would make it so much better.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Fuck, I want to leave last place open. Okay, 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, and 4. So
yeah.
Let's see what's next.
Shit.
Shit.
Your sister liked this kit. She thought it was nice.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to, so it's Sexton's gray white A-Stars kit. Kind of similar to Jett. Ran a solid, wore like a shade color gear with colored boots. So he had orange Tech 10s.
Yeah. And you didn't like this at A1. I don't know if this is the exact same kit.
I just, like, it's weird because Beaumare's kit was white, and I thought it looked fucking awesome. But this being, like, a light gray, I don't like it at all. It's not last, though. It can't be. 3rd.
Okay, I think that was a smart move.
Oh, why?
I thought this sucked. It's very similar. Oh. It's not the exact same, but this is Hunter Lawrence's.
I'm pretty sure Hunter's wearing the same gear, is it not?
No, you can tell it's a little bit different, like the logos. And the A-Stars is more like a script writing. Whereas this one's like the classic. Like you can tell the shoulders and stuff.
But those goddamn boots, dude.
Those fucking boots suck, dude. And it bothered me. When they did show them on the broadcast, which was not very often. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is that about?
This could have been a podium kit with red boots. Yeah. Everyone's going to know how much I hate the neon. So if someone's got a neon kit, it's just last.
Yeah. But yeah, like maybe throw on some like neon gloves at least. Like kind of tie it together. But it was so just like random. And like the goggles are like pink. Yeah. Yeah, it was just not a very well thought out outfit for the guy.
Yeah. No, I think I like my rankings this week. That was a good poll.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. I probably would have put Jason. Fuck, I don't know. He was up there with Eli first, Jason, and
there's no way Jason's kit was nicer than Jett's. There's no way.
I don't know. I kind of liked it. I just liked how that guy was moving out there.
Seems sus, but all right.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, this one fucking sucked.
So yeah, this was a pretty last minute blind raking anyways. Yeah. But next week, dude, you wait till wait till I got one coming. Okay, I'm pumped.
Sweet. Okay, do we want to touch on a couple other things around the motorsports world? I got a few. I got 2 that are pretty decent.
We'll keep the discussion light, but yeah, hit me with them.
Okay, Lucas Myrtle drama. What's going on? What do you think? Is he a crook? Is he a nice guy? Is he a piece of shit? Deserves to die.
I know zero info on this. Don't want to speculate anything. My opinion is he was really, really defensive in himself, in making me like enough to believe that maybe he isn't in the wrong for something. Like maybe this is some foul play in a way. And I'm really interested to see what happens to other riders that he represents. Like, I don't know if he's still their agent, how that all works. Like,
well, I'm kind of because I'm kind of confused. If Wasserman already terminated him, you would think he would be unemployed completely, like
Like
all of his riders that he has would just go into Wasserman's hands, and then it's up to them to kind of decide who's agents or whatever.
But he managed so many riders that that's a pretty heavy weight to just delete. So it's pretty interesting. It's just, I like the way that JT talked about it. Like, it's just a situation that nobody's winning here.
Yeah, and nobody really knows what's going on because they're not going to.
Sucks for everybody.
Yeah, unless you're like inside, you don't really know what's going to happen. I don't think. Like, in terms of what actually happened, even like the money and how much was it and what was he doing with it. Was he maybe taking the money and trying to do something good with it, and just didn't disclose these things with Jett and Hunter? Yeah, I don't know. It's a difficult and interesting situation. I guess we'll see what happens, but I don't think we'll hear too much about it from now on.
Honestly, with the lack of info about the whole thing, like, it's nothing really worth diving into because all it is just speculation.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it'll be interesting because I think he represents Joe. Mm-hmm. He represents those two Belgium boys in MX2. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. But moving on, Kawasaki drops some interesting teasers on their social media pages.
Heard about this a little while ago coming.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a big bore unit, so we'll see if it's true.
Come on, what do you got? What do you got for me? Dive into it. I don't know anything. I know nothing.
I'm told by somebody that had seen it, said it was like a 300 in development. So whether it's a moto bike off-road model or if it's even true, but I thought it was kind of one of those things, like, I didn't really believe it because it's like everyone's been saying, oh, Yamaha's gonna. I think I've been watching Yamaha's website for the past 15 years waiting for a new YZ, and it's just not happened. So I thought it was the same thing. I'm like, there's no way they're bringing a two-stroke back. But, like, in my opinion, they're almost dumb not to. Like, there's such a massive market for enduro two-strokes that they're missing. Like, KTM is just sweeping the floor with that market.
Yeah, and who knows with KTM's, like, I'm sure they're going to pull out of their financial struggles, but even just them being in the news so much about potentially going broke and blah, 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 like, it's going to affect their sales because people aren't smart sometimes, and, just, or maybe they're just trying to cover their asses. They don't have a ton of money. They want to, put their money in a bike they know is going to be around and have support for a long time regardless. So they just don't want to take any risks. Like, good timing on Cowie, I guess.
It's goddamn exciting though. Like, we're getting another two-stroke back. Like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. And that's only like, that's showing, like, Cowie has introduced a couple new models. Not that they're anything groundbreaking, but, like, now they have like an off-road line that kind of mimics their motocross line that they didn't have before. And then now that they're gonna have this two-stroke, like, they obviously see a growth in the market enough to develop something new, right? So that no, I think this is gonna be cool. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
see what it's gonna be.
I'm sure it's gonna look fucking sweet too. But you heard fuel injected too?
I don't know what I heard.
Shut up. You know shit.
No, it's like it's a total speculation thing, that, like, conversation I had. That's like, it's supposed to be 300 fuel injected, like, basically just a KTM. It's something to compete with KTM stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
I do like how everyone's, like, building EV bikes and shit, and, like, Honda's, in releasing concepts of their electric dirt bike and stuff, and Kawasaki's like, yeah, here's a fucking two-stroke, man.
Fuck yeah, we're gonna pollute the earth.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
No, that's sweet. Yeah, no, I think I'm almost leaning towards, like, it'll be like I wonder if they do the same as their four-stroke line. Like, it'll be a motocross model, and then there'll be like an off-road variation of it, just so they sell in two different markets. But
I think it'll just be a KX to start out with, like an MX bike, and then they'll probably do a off-road bike in a year or two. Which
would actually shock me, just because, like, the two-stroke motocross market isn't booming, in my opinion. But, like, off-road two-stroke market will probably never die. those bikes are head and shoulders above a 4-stroke in that area, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. Fucking awesome. Like, regardless, it's awesome either way.
Yeah, no, I agree. So. Sweet. You got anything else around motorsports to touch on?
I got one random question for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
In the world of FMX, what's the coolest trick in your opinion?
I got one in mind right now that immediately jumped to me, but I don't think it's necessarily the coolest. I think it's the most fucking crazy. I would say my favorite to watch is the backflip cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
Or backflip because the cliffhanger the one with the feet under the bars?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, no, not that one. The backflip
Kiss of Death?
Yeah. What the fuck is it? Hanging over
Yeah, Kiss of Death.
Is it the Kiss of Death? Okay.
Yeah.
So backflip Kiss of Death is like the coolest thing to watch, I think, in FMX. But I would say the most like fucked up savage one is the Cordova. And I was so young playing MX vs ATV that like I literally would mash the same buttons every time going off jumps. And I remember I would always fucking do a Cordova. And I'm like, that is just the most savage fucking trick ever.
I think the taunt is fucking sick.
The taunt.
No, the only reason I bring it up is I was watching another one of Patrick Evans' vlogs, and his latest one was like the process of him learning how to do a 360. And I never thought of the 360 being like a super sick like trick. Mm-hmm. Like I remember Bilko in 09 at X Games like finally throwing like a trick variation of the 360, and that was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But with Patrick Evans' whip style, like just how gnarly is it whips, he throws such a cool style in the 360. Like I'd never seen someone hang off the bike kind of the way he does when he does it. Yeah. So I just thought it was cool to mention like how fucking cool it is to do like an old trick and it like to just change it up a little bit and make it look so fucking sick again.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really thought about that, but it was a good question. But yeah,
you watch his vlogs at all?
No.
Yeah, they're good ones to watch. They're pretty fucking awesome. That guy's gnarly. Holy shit, dude. That guy is crazy on a bike.
I'm sorry, but for how little FMX guys get paid nowadays, like obviously it used to be like the pinnacle of the sport at one point.
Yeah.
But for how crazy and advanced these tricks are nowadays and how death defying they are and how little they get paid, it's like, how the fuck do people even sign up to do this shit?
It's sad, dude, because I miss the days of like Dew Tour, Red Bull X Fighters.
X Fighters was so sick in Calgary when I went. It was when I was a kid. Oh,
and those courses weren't lightweight, dude. Like
no,
that shit was gnarly. I miss that stuff. Like the ramp in the parking lot events are pretty fucking lame. Like I would love to go to like a whole weekend event to watch freestyle. I'd be so down with it.
Yeah. Yeah, like X Fighters used to be. It was fucking unreal. They'd travel the world, man, and like have sold out stadiums everywhere. Mm-hmm. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. And I think what has ruined it a bit, honestly, is like social media.
Just the fact that you can see it on social media?
The fact that you can see it on social media and like, honestly, that's why like you got to see fucking people die now on your social media in order to have like interest in it. You know what I mean? Like you got to see some of the most savage fucking shit ever to pique your interest.
Sometimes my Instagram turns into the like it'll be the most random day and it turns into the darkest web I've ever seen. I don't know what is wrong with the algorithm sometimes. And it's not like I look up people dying.
Yeah, but I mean I think that's honestly what kind of ruined it. Like early 2000s and shit, like you could maybe catch that stuff on TV once in a while, but yeah, like guys doing backflips on dirt bikes and stuff, it was like, no way, this is the coolest shit ever, like gotta see it in person. But now you just, like you see these guys throw like insane whips and stuff and you're kind of like, huh, yeah, like
dude, I don't know, some of the whips I still see nowadays, especially when you get to see them in person, like when we went to Best Whip at the Monster Cup, it's insane to see in person. It is ridiculous how big they throw it.
But that's us being enthusiasts, like still being impressed and stuff. But I'm talking for the average Joe that, like you see a guy doing a backflip, whatever, on their phone. They just go, they probably don't even finish the clip. They just scroll right off of it.
Yeah. It was a cool era to have seen it, like before that, like a double backflip now should be like a standard in your freestyle run. Like who the fuck wants to do that?
No, it's fucked.
Yeah. And it's even the same with like snowboarding, skateboarding. Like I shouldn't say too much about skateboarding, but like now, like when I watch snowboarding, it's like, it's the free ride competitions, like the lines that they can go down. And I think they kind of have to do the same with moto, like what Behrman's doing with the Red Bull Imagination. The only problem is like you can't build that into I don't know if you could build that into like a traveling circus, right? Like,
yeah, no, it'd be pretty difficult.
That course is like a 3-year project. They've been working on that thing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where the sport headed. Was like, you know, they like how gnarly can you make, how much gnarlier can you make the tricks? Like now you almost have to like find a different variation of the sport.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I think the free riding thing is cool, but it's a social media based sport now.
Yeah, you're not just going to walk out 40 clicks into fucking the California hills and watch guys throw big whips and shit. It's all camera footage. So
yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
Wild freestyle tangent we just went on, but
interesting topic though. Yeah, I like that.
I kind of I have like, I don't know, when we were at A1, like I wanted to go watch the freestyle guys, and Boston and Frank were like, that's fucking lame. Like, why would you want to go watch that? And like, I don't know. I really like I got a soft spot for the freestyle shit. I think it's cool. And like,
it's because you hit the ramps, dude. You're a ramp bro.
I see
clips.
Like, some of the stuff they do is just gnarly, and I think it's like a little underrated, like how cool some of it is.
Yeah, they don't get enough respect.
But like when we go to the Idaho Dunes too, and like we were out there, like Jamie Waschuk knows a lot of the local kids out there, and like one of the gnarliest riders I've ever seen, Braxton Tomlinson, like he doesn't even have to throw any tricks or anything. Just the fucking gaps he jumps on his bike out in the dunes is mesmerizing to watch.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, well, and his bike is cool, so they put a hill climb motor in it. Like this thing was supposed to dyno out at like 5-ish horse or whatever, and I rode the thing, and like I've never rode a 450 that made that much power. Like the jumps he was hitting, you don't even think of attempting on a stock 450. It ain't making it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's but like,
it's fucking crazy.
You know, he's just out there doing that for fun, like not getting paid. I'm like, dude, this is so fucking gnarly. Like people should be paying to watch this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
all for the love of it.
All for the love of it. Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
What do you think? That's enough? We'll fucking wrap her up for a week.
Yep, that's good. I think that
That's
was that was episode 4 right there.
Twisted wrist.
I guess I'll repeat myself again. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, ring that fucking bell, hit the thumbs up, send us gifts and everything else.
Yeah.
Really appreciate
everybody giving us good feedback and giving us some tips on what they want to hear. Yeah, no, thank you everyone for listening.
Yeah, and we'll see you next weekend after Glendale.
All right, everybody.
Okay, peace out.
God bless.
God bless.